Oh, whoops. There you go. It's my second stream anniversary. I can't believe it's been 2 years? Hold on, let me turn on my audio just a bit. I can't believe I've been doing this for 2 years at this point, which is crazy. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do this for. I'm just gonna kind of go back and look at the VODs I got here, kind of starting from beginning, point out some of the noticeable ones. But like the very first one, the Guitar Man, that's been 2 years to the date. Although like way later in the day, is she? Maybe around the same point, but like yeah, you know how it is. I've been going back and slowly redoing these older thumbnails, kind of the match how my current ones are. But it's like, yeah, first as a Guitar Man, I wanted to do, I do want to replay it again, but it's like maybe for my 5th. I'm not sure when I want to retouch it. But it's like for my first anniversary, I didn't do much. That's why I do want to kind of do something slightly before moving on to the big next thing. But like, I started a lot of series at this point, never got super far into Mario. I've started maybe, I think, a couple times. Yeah, I've redone it a couple times. Same as Pokemon Sword and Shield. Or Pokemon Shield in general. Yeah, for the reason when I stream Pokemon Shield, it just, problems happen. I don't know why or how, it's just kind of how it is. Kingdom Hearts 2, I do kind of want to continue playing that on stream at the same time. Like, I'm not fully sure, just because I feel like it'd just be better just to play by myself. Pokemon Platinum, try not to do simulations. My PC is still not good enough to do stuff like that. And like the big important ones, the like the first big ones I ever did, which were the Deltarune streams, which are I sped through like chapter 1, which is like the first game I've completed on stream. Moved on to chapter 2 and doing that like I think all in the same night, give or take. It's also, yeah, at this point in time, I was just doing things randomly. When I was like, oh, I feel like streaming, I'll pop on and do that. So I kind of did that. Then the Kingdom Hearts, the Final Percent, which is like also the other big one I did. That was fun. I kind of realized I had sub chat on, sub only chat on at that point, which I didn't have subs, so it's like, whoops. I started Halloween, not so much for that year. Besides, I did shiny hunting. Kind of boring. I kind of wish I did something else, but you know that's how it is. Then into the big, like, my first proper series I've continued, then finished, like, this year. Which was Breath of the Wild. I started that around the point, yeah, like November. My friend was speedrunning. I'm like, yeah, I'll also stream this. So I'll also stream this. You know, replay it. Hopefully before Tears of the Kingdom came out. Did that. You know, it was like, very much off and on thing. I was more like feeling it out. And I tried to play Megaton Musashi, which like was kind of fun, okay. But then the first real proper series I completed within like the year, which was Pokemon Shining Pearl. Doing that almost kind of every week-ish, daily. At least for those two, this was like a week. And at that point, I changed my VTuber design, so I'm like this one here was like I first changed my VTuber design, so I'm like, yeah, I'll do the have that and like do something for it. So I just played a bunch of Game Pass shit. Nothing real too crazy. Then pretty much the annual thing I've done, which has been the Game Awards. First did it in 2021, did it 2022, and I'm gonna do it this year also. I always made it a habit to watch these shows with friends. I'm even just on this channel now. I've done mostly all of them at this point. Yeah, this is Monster Hunter. More oh, fucking Pokemon community that, but it's like, there was going to be a second part to this, but, like, it was, like, the next day. Yeah, because my friend Uki, was doing a collab with folks, on Crab Games. And I was gonna do both days. I'm like, the second day I'm like, I'm not feeling this. So, first day wasn't even that fun for me very much. I love taking it out, but you know, wasn't that fun. And like, I had a second thumbnail like waiting and ready for this, but I just never got to use it. Which there's a couple of thumbnails I haven't gotten to use, at least the old style wise. Oh, yeah, this was like, yeah, going into the New Year's. Yes, the stream was Shining Pearl, then Arceus came out. I was playing that, but did not. It's been an off and on thing. I'm gonna try finish it this year, hopefully. Hard to say just because I'm not feeling it for how different it is. It's hard to come back to after a while. The Nintendo Direct streams, which I continue to do those. Oh, then, like, my big thing, which was Road to Splatoon 3. I planned those out, like, ahead of time, just so I can kind of be ready for Splatoon 3 release. And I got it done, like, earlier enough to be like, alright, I have a free slot. And, like, I did that pretty much, like, weekly. And then with Summer Games Fest, then, outside of what? Outside of the Game Award stuff, my first real collab was with Psy, and like I got a couple of those, and that was her old design. Yeah, Legends of Arceus, I think like part 2. That's it's been almost a year or two since I've last fully played it. But more Nintendo Directs, more Road to Splatoon 3, as I was like, that was like the main thing I was doing then. My first stream anniversary was like, I didn't do much that whole stream. It was just me working on assets for everything, mainly the Road to Splatoon stuff and kind of everything. Nothing too amazing. Hold on. Somebody knocking. But it's like, whatever, just mainly those. It's just the constants for this like last year or so was the Road to Splatoon 3, more Legends of Arceus, the Pokemon Directs. And I was like, weird part. I tried to change up thumbnails. I'm like, I couldn't do it. Then like, my first long stream, which was the Splatoon 3 Splatfest, which I did the whole 12 hours for that, and that was nutty. It's been a while, quote unquote. Since I last did one, I did one for Tears of the Kingdom. I've been trying to make these like at least a yearly thing or two, but they're fun, but also like really draining. I definitely have to like spread them out. If anything, I have to do like 2 games or something like that. Because playing like single game for 12 hours kind of, oh. Also, it didn't help. Like I think I did something to my fingers for like that whole stream because I was using the trigger so much, using the Splatanas and like not using any other weapons. So I really like hurt my finger that whole stream. Then yeah, it's. You get to like the daily, or not even daily, like the weekly Splatoon streams. Then I get to October, which I tried playing Majora's Mask, couldn't really do. I find it's hard to stream that one, especially I have to follow a guide. Definitely don't think I'm gonna have to finish that on stream at all. But LSD Dream Emulator, I bought that from on my Japanese account because I was supposed to let my friend use that account to play some Japanese things. So I'm like, You know, one of the things he wanted me to get was LSD and Dream Emulator, so I'm like, yeah. And then I used it for the Halloween this year, or last year. Then, like, I started Voodoo Vince, which was, that was a fun game. I had fun with that. Biohazard 2, I may do the Clara route this year. I'm not fully sure what I want to do for Halloween. Yeah, that's me starting Pokemon Shield again and, like, not continuing it. What was it? Kirby of the Stars Wii. I do want to finish that on stream at some point. It's like, I'm near the end. I was gotta be in the mood to play it. And, like, plug in my Wii U's to do. I hadn't for a while. Yeah, it's really Splatoon, and, like, I did Mario Kart with Smudge, which I think this was one of the new DLC released. And I think that was, like, a decently long stream or something. I think I saw it in the 2 parts, it was also it involved Fortnite. Then the Game Awards last year, and that was a show. What a time. Yeah, there's obviously like more Splatoon because I was doing that. But that has to be like a constant thing, like in between everything. Oh yeah, then Pokemon Violet came out. I was playing that for a while. Until I finished it, and it's also more Splatoon 3 because that's like the only thing I ever played. Yeah, and I picked up like Breath of the Wild like 2 years later. Like, alright, yeah, I'll finish this in time of Tears of the Kingdom. So I pretty much did that. Did the Nintendo Rex, the Game Boy stuff. I got to Switch Online. Did that with Smudge. Played WiiWare Inc. Mega Micro Games, which that's a fun game. Yeah, it's rinse and repeat. The Splatoon Pokemon Breath of the Wild for fucking forever. And it's like the era where I did change up my thumbnails completely. Started Twilight Princess, and that's been like an off and on thing. I do want to get back to playing that more on streams. I am starting to have fun with it. It's just setting up the Wii U to record out of them. Whoa. Oh, that was really awful. And like, there's like a bunch of games with friends, Brady, Smudge, and Psy. Played a bunch of that one day, man. That was fun, despite, being 7 hours long. I think Mario Kart DLC released that day, or around that point. And we just dragged it out. Yeah. I've obviously reacting to all these events that have been happening on top of Splatoon. There's never long thing with Smudge again where we just played a bunch of games or whatnot. Then I did the bye-bye to eShop, which at that point the eShop was shutting down. So I'm like, yeah, I'll look for play Smash Brothers for Wii U. And that was kind of an emotional stream just because I used the 3DS and Wii U so often, those stores shut down kind of hurt. Yeah, we pick up to the Splatoon stuff. More things in between than Tears of the Kingdom reaction stuff with Zeebly. Then I was towards the end of Referral. I had to take a break because I had to fly out, do some job related things. Then I came back and covered those things, which I bought Triforce Heroes, some other stuff. Then finished the Master Trial Swords, and that took forever. And yeah, at this point, Splatoon is my longest series I've done. I think I uploaded episode 36 recently, and God. Hopefully something will take its place at some point. But yeah, and it's that, Zelda 2, and then we got the whole streak of just not E3. And that was just awful. We're up to date pretty much. It's like, yeah, more Splatoon. I started Metroid Prime Remastered. I do want to get back to that also, because I was also having fun with that game. Pikmin 4 releases. It may be a good while before I actually continue streaming that, because I do kind of just want to play it on my own. Shit, whoops. Oh, I have to wash my blanket later. No! That chocolate all over it. I don't think I shit my blanket. Fuck! It's awful. It's awful, man. I have to do laundry anyways, but it looks like I shit on my blanket. And like, I think the stream that probably means the most to me, is this Nintendo Direct one, because I was up on my the Halifax trip, and like, I knew they were gonna do the Nintendo Direct that day, and so I'm like, fuck, I'm out of town, I can't really do it fully, like, can't do it quote unquote fully. And Brady had to get his thing set up down in his basement and everything. And like, this would probably be the only time I've kind of shown my face around this, like, on stream or social media in general. I'm not too big on showing my face very much. But like, yeah, Brady got his stuff set up down in his basement. I mean, reacted to the whole Direct. Like, I kind of wish I didn't get spoiled on a lot of things for this, but like, it is what it is. And like, it was a fun time hanging out with my bestest friends and just doing that. And like, probably the stream that means the most to me, if anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides, like, it's been majority Splatoon at this point, and like gaming events. I do want to get back into doing things more weekly, and that'll definitely pick up in August after my whole like big stream I'm gonna be announcing later tonight. And like, I may stream some Street Fighter 5 story mode. But it's like, it's definitely, I do think I'm gonna pick up Kirby again and Blizzard Arceus and finish those for good before Halloween starts. So I have a vague idea of what I want to do for Halloween this year. It's I have two games in mind. One definitely I'm gonna do. One I have in mind. And like, do the Claire mode in Resident Evil 2. But that's pretty much it. Just going over the past like two years of just doing this. I'm like, God, my design has changed so much. I'm happy I've stuck to my current design for like the past, how many months now? I think 7 months at this point, give or take. Pretty much 5 months. I mean, like, even though it's like, my current one is just a deviation of what I once had, so it's like, it's been like that for a lot longer, but like, even then. But that's gonna be pretty much it for this like first half of the game, and the YouTube recording. But moving to Yakuza.